excited to have Mr. Neal Spruce just for a few quick minutes, just to talk to him, to catch up with him, to see how he's doing. Of course, Neal is the icon of nutrition. He is the king of gym DNA. And Neal, I started thinking about you the other day when I was watching a newscast, and they started talking about mental mindset. And I started thinking about your professional career. And for those that don't know, you were a very high level competitor in the bodybuilding circuit. And when I started thinking about mindset, I started thinking about when you were winning all those trophies, and really, quite frankly, you were in freakish condition. What was your mindset like when you were on stage and you were competing against other people and winning competitions? How confident were you? How did you feel? And how did that make you look at life?
Well, for sure. I always felt confident that I could win because I always thought I had the better physique and I was in better shape. Which meant I was one of the early bodybuilders like Frank Zane that was able to reduce their body fat, better than other competitors. So I usually would win based on my condition. And so I would always go out there and think that. But if I didn't win, I almost felt like I was cheated, until later. And I would look back and I go, wow, I guess they actually judged me fairly. But my mindset as a competitor wasn't unlike any other athlete, and as you know, both my boys are professional athletes today. It's said that you have to go in with that attitude. You are the best you can be, and you are going to do everything you can to win. And that the training part was easy. The competition part in bodybuilding is different than playing football or baseball or basketball, because there's that one-on-one thing that's different in bodybuilding. So a little bit different mentality, but you had to go up there with that mindset that you were the best, and that would make you pose differently. That would make you feel differently as you went up there. I didn't always win, but I always did well.
And I gotta think that period of your life helped drive your professional success later in life, because the amount of discipline it took to get shredded like you got shredded, it wasn't just in the gym, it was through nutrition and filling nutritional gaps and so forth, right? Yeah. How do you think that era of your life translated into your business success?
Well, without a doubt. I mean, the only reason that I have used nutrition as the hub of all my businesses, whether it be NESM, which is one of the big trainer certifications I built, PTA Global, Apex, and fortunately enough, my partner Mark Mastro, our fearless leader, all of our fearless leader, being partners with him and everything. I mean, without a doubt, nutrition was the hub of the thing, because as a bodybuilder, I knew that nutrition made a bigger difference in the body than exercise could ever make. I can change you in one day with nutrition. With exercise takes too long, but we could change everything right away. So nutrition played that portion of bodybuilding, played that part in that, in where I was going to go. It was going to be nutrition for sure, because I knew I could make a difference with that fast. The other part was the competitive part, was that no matter what, I'm going to have to do whatever I need to do to be the smartest guy, the best person with the most integrity of anybody in nutrition. Because nutrition is one of those things that, unfortunately, Adam, and I know you know this as well, there's a whole bunch of scam artists out there. Yep. So I took always the high road and surrounded myself with the smartest scientists. That's not me, by the way. That's all the other ones there, to make sure that people got the right information and put that into a platform where all of our partners adopt it. And so that the competitive attitude to be the best, to drive me to be the best, and then my passion being nutrition, put those things together, and fortunately we are here where we are today.
I got to tell you, at UFC Gym, when we started the organization, we had the opportunity to pick anybody we wanted with nutrition. There is no better platform than .fit. I mean, it's absolutely incredible with the purity, potency, the science-based look that you guys have in regards to all your products. As importantly, there's also a platform that allows you to integrate that with your nutrition. You can kind of eat the foods that you like to eat, and then use those supplements to fill in nutritional gaps that you always talk about. And so I think .fit is an amazing platform. Whenever we have customers come in the gym, we can't wait to incorporate them into that whole operating system.
Well, and to your point, Adam, I mean, UFC, I look at them as a brand like the NFL, a brand like Major League Baseball, and a brand like the NBA. And guess what? We're the largest distributors of programs and products to the NBA, the NFL, and Major League Baseball. So why not UFC, right? I mean, you adopted the same thing the greatest organizations in the world, sports organizations in the world adopted. I mean, we do it right. Not at the end of the day, let's face it, we all need to supplement at some place if we want to live a longer, better life. But you can't just decide that on your own. Integrating it the way you guys have done in the gym with exercise and meal planning and the whole thing, but you guys have taken it to a whole different level. So I mean, if I'm somebody in the community, that's where I want to go. I want to go to UFC Gym because you get a heck of a lot more than just an exercise instructor. You get whatever you need from a holistic standpoint to make a difference in your life, especially during these times of high health risk.
Well, that brings me, and by the way, I got to tell you, Amino Boost, NO7, and Muscle Defender as a cocktail drink, lights out. It'll create a great workout for you. And my wife actually, on the weekends, she puts me to work in hard labor. So I got to go out and build decks and do everything else. And that NO7 saves me, Neal, getting me through those weekends.
Is your wife, she's not competing? Is she competing anymore?
She's not competing. Now she's competing at putting me to work in the backyard.
She was a fantastic bodybuilder. She was,
and listen, she was dot fit driven. Everything that
I know. She's one of our superstars.
Yeah. The ironic thing was she was pressured to do other things, and she was like, that's not the game.
Well, what do you got? You got 100 kids, so okay. So let's face it, you can only do so much on the outside.
Yeah. But listen, this is really what drove me to have this, and I literally called you 10 minutes ago, said, Neal, can you jump on a quick call? And I appreciate you always jumping on. But I started thinking about all the adversity that everybody's going through now. And, there's people gaining weight. There's people that have this, what I would call half glass, half empty mindset. And I'm really connecting the immune system to people's mental health and people's ability to take on any potential disease that's out there. And I don't think that our government, with all due respect to all the government, I know it's tough to manage through these difficult times, but I don't think that we've been prioritized the right way in regards to how people's mindset can control the future and their destiny of how they live their life. And so now what we said is, hey, go get in your house for 2 months. Don't worry about vitamin D. And that leads to sedentary activity. And then on top of that, when you become sedentary, you start naturally eating differently, and it puts you in a bad spot. And so, really the message, I was hoping for kind of a message from you for all those people that have been in their house for the last 2 to 3 months, that haven't been eating like they should be eating, that haven't been exercising the way they should be exercising. Give us a message, give us this kind of hope as we start coming out of this COVID-19 lockdown of how people should look at life going forward.
Well, you start from the beginning because you're spot on about one thing. There's only one vaccine to any virus, and that's the human pharmacy. That's your body. There is no pharmacy on anywhere better than the human pharmacy, which is why we have to create phony dead viruses to put you in you to be a vaccine. And that's what we have to do. Well, guess what? If your body, the thing that people miss, Adam, is that the human structure and function is created by nutrition. So obviously your health is created by nutrition. You don't create it injecting something into an amoeba, so this is all from nutrition, from your mom that came down and all of these things. So getting all the proper nutrition, you build a better, stronger, functional structure that can stave off the maladies of a virus, okay? And your body creates the antibodies to do it, but you need full nutrition, RDA levels. So, without a doubt, all of us need to make sure that we do the baseline things that we need to. Maintain your weight, maintain a healthy weight, and that's not going to happen without, some sort of exercise in today's world because we're trapped to death. Okay, and it's better to do some kind of resistance exercise along with some kind of aerobic. That's why I love the UFC. You got this cross-training stuff. You got all this great stuff there. That's the perfect sort of body movement to get everything right. Feed your body properly, Make sure you supplement properly, which means you fill all your nutritional gaps, because you can't eat enough to get that nutrition without being fat. And that offsets everything. And then you're higher risk for bad health risk, because as we know, all the people that are obese or overweight are dying from this disease. So we certainly need to keep our nutrition up during those particular times. So that's what it comes down to. The words of wisdom, the only thing I can give you and every other top scientist in the world is going to, I'm not a top scientist, trust me. Okay. I'm just lucky enough to have them around me, and I got a bunch of them that work for me too. So, but the words of wisdom that we can give is that, sadly enough, the health clubs were somehow considered not essential. Now we were considered essential because we're a nutrition business and we ship nutrition needs to people's homes, right? Proteins and vitamins and minerals and things like this, but the gyms weren't. And there's so many it's more dangerous to go to a grocery store than it is to go to a gym. I'll tell you that right now, but somehow they got essential. We need to keep moving. We need to stay active. We need to have smart people help us, like the UFC practitioners that all go through all those certifications and everything else. We need to have that type of influence in our lives. And what's great about one thing that's come out of this, Adam, that is good, is that the people that haven't gone to a gym, which is a significant portion, obviously, of our population, haven't gone and found a place where they can move and have a social environment that encourages them to continue to move. They can now do it with anonymity through virtual training, and they've experienced that. Now they can join our clubs. They can join there, and they can get the right information to be able to participate with us, and then eventually get into the social environment with us too. So I think those are the upsides that have happened from this. But going forward, if you do not take care of your body, if you don't keep moving and keep your weight in a healthy weight, you don't have to be lean. You just got to keep it in a healthy weight, keep moving, and fill all your nutritional gaps. And that doesn't happen from food alone, trust me. We all died at 30, I wouldn't have that conversation, but you've got to fill your gaps with proper supplementation. We have the ability to not ever worry about the next virus. We have that ability, and not worry about the next vaccine, because we are the vaccine.
I love it. I think that it's something people can hang on to, because this is going to be an important transition mark for everybody. That's right. As we've gone from being sedentary and not working, in the majority of the population anyway, into going back into the mainstream of what we do on a daily basis. And I can attest to that, because I was actually stuck in traffic yesterday going home. That 91 freeway was tough. And so, listen, it's about hanging on to the intelligent bites of people that know better than us, and you're one of those people. And it's not just because you're not selling anything. You truly care about helping the world continue to move a little bit better, a little bit quicker, and a little bit faster. So we appreciate it. And Neal, I want to thank you for, at the last second, jumping on a quick 10-minute call with me, because you always inspire me to continue to work harder and continue the fight and the battle to change people's lives out there in the world. So thank you.
I mean, I appreciate you, Adam, because, and you, as you know, anytime you call, I respond. You are a big soldier in our fight to change the world with fitness, and we're getting it done.
Let's get it. Have a good weekend, Neal. We'll talk to you soon.
You too, buddy.
Appreciate it.
See you later.